This is my English 9A unit. It is the book study for To Kill a Mockingbird, which is one of the requirements for an English 9A credit. This unit is comprised of six weeks, and it begins with course introduction and then ends with a final project. I have shown you I am showing you the learning objective for this unit, and as well as the learning standards that are addressed in this unit. I have created a news forum in which students will be alerted of new topics or things that they might want to read about or see, or maybe something exciting happened with another student and they want to share. Let's see here. Let me go back. And here we go. And then I have broken down into course introduction, giving everyone a little idea of who I am and what I do. I've created a frequently asked questions section so that if students have something that they need to talk about or ask or something like that, they can do that as well. As you'll notice within my design, everything is basically right here enclosed within each week or each section. I did this on purpose because my students typically are not ones to go and look for information. So in an effort to reduce the amount of confusion and toggling back and forth and looking for things, it's basically right there in front of them. As I stated earlier, this is a class designed for our virtual school, and our virtual school typically serves students that are transient, are parenting, or are unable to come to school for whatever reason. We do have some students that are incarcerated, and this is one way for them to keep up on their schoolwork. So this is meant to be as user-friendly as possible and to avoid a lot of moving around. Now, to begin the class, I created a section, a chance to introduce yourself, and then I provided a link within the course itself to KidBlog, and that is a Web 2.0 tool in which students, blog. But the really interesting and cool thing about it is that if I wanted to invite another class to blog with us or read our blogs and they could blog back and forth, they are able to do that with the KidBlog. Again, this is, I start them off with an introduction blog, and then they use this also as their reader's journal. So they will be expected to journal about what they're reading, how they're feeling, those types of things. And then I provide them with the information so that they can access that information. Again, I have 6 weeks. This is, the first week is Introduction to Mockingbird. And then again, in an effort to reduce the amount of toggling back and forth, I really try to put everything right in the center, right in front of them. This is Meet the Author and Learn the History Behind the Book. And it is an assignment. However, there are some links within this assignment in which they go and they learn about Harper Lee as well as the history behind the book. And in addition to those resources, I've also provided links to audio recordings of To Kill a Mockingbird by Sissy Spacek. And it is through an educational website because I do have struggling readers who are going to need that extra support as they work through the text. I have attempted to make this as visually engaging as possible, as well as to kind of give my students an idea of what's going on in the story at the same time. And then I went ahead and I isolated their to read and respond list. I have found that in the population that I've been working with for a very long time, it is very important to compartmentalize. And then, of course, I've also included the resources within each section in an effort to avoid students toggling back and forth as well. And then there's the assignments, of course. Let's see here. That's week 3. And we have a class discussion, and then we do a short open book quiz, which informs me or doesn't inform me if students are actually reading the book and responding to it. And then we have week 4. I do incorporate short video clips to help my students, especially my struggling readers, to make sense of the text that they are reading. We do have one face-to-face meeting during the 4th week, and again, this is not a requirement, but it is strongly encouraged, and it's simply just kind of one of those ways of providing online community, and these are 9th graders, and they need that social component. We do a compare and contrast visual essay. Again, embedding those resources right for my students. And then, let's see here, we have week 5. Again, I try to give visual and textual clues as to what's coming up and what they're going to be looking at and studying. And then week 6, I've embedded a video about heroes, because for week 6, they will be creating a multimedia hero essay. And this is, of course, creating an essay out of Prezis or Thing Links or something, but I want that visual and textual component, especially for my struggling readers. It gives them the opportunity to have that diversity in and showcasing their understandings of what is going on in the text, and kinesthetic learners, of course, as well. Let's see here. And I am week 6, and then we have one final project, and that is to complete a podcast answering the question, why is this novel still relevant today? Anyway, thank you for the tour.